Hey guys, it's ZD here, and I am going to be sharing with you how to get on the right frequency so your business can start changing. You know, if you want your business to change, I can tell you, you can work your ass off and try to mold things into existence, or you can really just get on the right frequency. And it's playing the game the opposite way that most people have been trained in this universe. What most people are saying is, if you want it, go out and get it, right? If that's what you want, go out and get it. But the reality is, so many people are stressed out of their mind, freaking out, and when they get it, if they get it, they're scared they're gonna lose it. That's no way to live. I always wanted to work hard, but I wanted to enjoy the work that I'm doing every single day. And by enjoying, not selling yourself, yeah, I enjoy what I do, but you're stressed out of your mind. That was what I used to do. Yeah, I love what I do, but I was really stressed out of my mind. I wasn't enjoying it. But I mean growing your business from a place of doing the work, but getting on that frequency that everything is coming at the perfect time. Instead of me trying to rush time, I've already got it right now. Because there's only one time in the metaphysical world, in the quantum world, and it's right now. So right now you're saying, I just want to get all the stuff right now. You're already in separation. But if you can say, I've already got it right now, and you start living like that person, and then you do the physical world actions in the physical world that's needed to grow, but you do it from an enjoyment place, you don't need it right now. And that's what's going to attract it to you a lot faster, because you're playing the rule set of the quantum world. If I start thinking about some time of a traumatic time in the past, or when I left high school, or whatever it was for there, I'm going to live that memory in the now. So my body doesn't know the difference between future, past, whatever. It just believes it's happening right now. But the same thing goes, if I do that in the past, if I start visualizing what I want in the future and I'm feeling it like it's happening, my body's going to believe it's happening right now. That's how we get on the right frequency. A frequency is a feeling, how your body is right now. And I went over it on so many different videos that if we start operating from joy, happiness, abundance, laughter, love of life, those are the feelings we'd be feeling if we already had everything that we're chasing. So the goal of life is to train yourself to feel like those feelings. So when you're doing the physical actions, I'm so unattached. If I reach out to someone, send a message to someone, do a video, I'm so unattached about the response. Why? Because I've already got it in here. It doesn't matter, but what most people do is they put all of their emotions, all of their self-work on, this launch better go good, and if the launch doesn't go good, they feel like shit. They feel like a failure. They're not training the opposite way to say, I don't care about the physical world things, that's great. I need to train myself first, the frequency first. Because I can tell you, what's going to create that lasting change is the development of your mindset, the development of the thing between your ears, not the actions that you take out there. Anyone can take the actions out here, but when you're looking at yourself in the reflection, it's like, I need to look at myself in the mirror and say, what do I need to work on? You know, am I really programming myself for success, or am I just, this is where people start feeling like frauds. They're not doing any inner work. They're just going out there trying to do whatever their coach says, and they keep shooting themselves in the foot instead of just doing the inner work and being present and grounded. If you really had all the money that you always wanted, how would you really feel right now? Like, go ahead, use your imagination. The one thing most people forget we have, an imagination. When you're a kid, you think you got everything there. I remember I used to pretend I was an actor in a movie, and I was pretending I was shooting and laughing. I was having the time of my life being creative, using my imagination. And guess what the world would have been thinking? My body would have been thinking it was happening now. And I didn't realize this at the time, but if I started feeling that reality every single day like it's already happening, the wave will get sent out into the physical world and we'll start manifesting that. Things will start getting attracted to me that align me with how I feel. But if you're stressed out and you're making money right now, that's not really a place to be. I'm making money, but I'm stressed out. I'd hate to feel like that. Compared to right now making money, but enjoying the process. Understanding yourself, understanding the processing of enjoyment. But you've got to train yourself to be on a frequency. It's not one day. I could get anyone. I could get you right now watching this on a perfect frequency. But the reality is, if you're not doing something every day, nothing's going to really change. That's why you can do things like my 6 times a day method. You can test out things like whether it's a 30-minute meditation a couple of times, 3 times a day that can get you into that higher frequency because your brain and heart are going to be connected. It's like, look at yourself right now in your body and know, like, do I feel light? Because I can tell you, if you did a meditation, you'd feel light in your body, would you not? That means you're in a higher frequency. You're more energy than you are solid matter. So if you're solid matter, that means you're feeling things like anger, stress, overwhelm, control. These are low frequency states. That means you're holding on to this death grip of life. You're holding on to this perfect thing. You're feeling heavy inside your body. And you going into your business trying to be heavy in your body is not going to make much of a difference because you're in a low frequency. Let me give you another analogy so you understand this. Look at the ocean, for instance. If you look at the ocean, it goes kilometers down. Now, do the fishes that go down probably 50 meters down into the ocean, do these fishes see all the different sea creatures that are 2 kilometers down? No, they can't. Why? Because fishes can only equalize to that place of whatever they're equalizing to. Same thing with sharks. Sharks aren't going to go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. You know, there's probably stuff that we don't even know is at the bottom of the ocean because the body isn't adapted to that. It's on a different frequency, as I would say, but it's like however that's set up. So all sea creatures are operating from a different levels. So they'll see different things through what their ecosystem is. Now, for this, most people think, well, I'm on the same physical world as you, Zach, so I can see you, we're on the same physical world, but everyone's on a different frequency. So yes, we're still on the same physical world plane, but the reality is we're on a different frequency. And you'll connect and sync up. You could be 2 different people. One's on a high frequency, one's on a low frequency. This one's life will go up and this one's life will go down, but they're doing the exact same thing. They might be in the same job. One's in a high frequency, one's in a low frequency. This one will probably live longer and have more success in their life. And it's because they're on a higher frequency, they're enjoying life, their attitude is incredible. So what I'm saying to you right now, as you balance this inside your heart, I want you to realize you should be training yourself every day to work on your frequency. If you took the next 6 months, I'm just taking it, you already know probably the basics on growing a business, right? You've probably done masterminds and different things like that before, but there's a thing you haven't done. It's the frequency work consistently. There's not many coaches that I talk to that are really actually given their absolute all to this. I can tell you there's not many. It's probably like a 0.1% of a chance. Everyone's focusing on the physical world things because that's what they're being conditioned by. But if you do it differently and you start working for the next 6 months on your frequency and that's it, you'll be better off financially. I know it. I know it. I've worked with over 2,350 coaches and I can tell you this is what makes the difference. Play the game of frequency. Because I can tell you, it's just like if I go into a nice hotel, instead of me going to the bottom room, which I used to do, I'm looking from the 1st star to the 5th star, I'd be doing the 1st star, getting a shitty room. I got a story about me and my wife. When we first booked out a hotel, I booked out the first shitty star room. I might talk about that on another story, but she wasn't impressed. Why? Because there's a certain frequency to that room. I can tell when we went into the room, it was toxic. It didn't feel good. You know, I didn't feel good. It was a frequency to that room. But it's the same thing as when you go into a 5-star, you go into the presidential suite, you go into any of these things, you fly first class, business class, or whatever. It's a frequency. Most people are saying, oh, that's a lot of money. But really, it's the frequency that I'm paying for. Because I want it, I deserve it. It's showing yourself. I don't want to live in this average place. I want to live in a high frequency. If you start looking at all the things that you do in your everyday reality that make you feel good, keep doing them. I get a lot of massages. I probably get 2 a week. Why? Because it makes me feel good. I feel good. I'm in a high frequency. When I walk out, I'm a relaxed high frequency. What are the things that you're doing every single day? And you're probably saying, people always laugh at me when they're like, Zach's really just telling me to meditate multiple times a day and do things that make me feel good. Why? Because the business stuff's easy. The business stuff's 20%. The feeling good is 80%. So I'm getting people to do luxurious things, beautiful things. We have a client recently that bought a Rolex. Why? Because it's a frequency. She wanted to buy. I've had many people that have bought cars. They're sports cars that they've always wanted. And they're just like, should I buy it? Should I not? And I say, it's a frequency. You get the car, you're going to change. Why? Because it's going to give you a frequency. I tell you this, the next time you go to a hotel, get the upgraded room. And let me tell you something. You will feel better about yourself. I don't know what it is. You can tell it, it's a frequency. Get the best room. It's like 5 times the price. It's the same thing as coaching. You can pay cheap and get quantity of programs. Go, buy a bunch of programs that will probably equal the same amount to, I'll be 1 program, that will be probably 6, 7 programs, and I can tell you, you'll do 7 programs, you will be in the same situation. Why do I charge a lot? Because it's a frequency to work with me. You know, if you're getting a frequency high from this video, it's a frequency. Work with the best. Pay cheap, buy twice. You know, seriously, this is what people are doing. They pay cheap because they're like, oh, I'm going to get better at that because it makes me feel better. But it's the same frequency you're on. People don't understand this, but when you understand this fully, you'll stop doing everything cheap and you'll start playing at the highest level possible because you know everything is on a frequency. You want to have a successful life, do things that make you go on a high frequency. Guys, this is my message to you right now. If you're interested in working with me or on my team, please reach out. We're happy to help you. But guys, have an incredible day and I'll talk to you all very soon.